a building boom underway, and with more and more of us living on top of each other in our cities, all this noise seems inescapable. So how do we live with the din as our cities grow and intensify? If you work or live anywhere near downtown Auckland at the moment, you'll know all about noise. Some might find it hard to believe, but this noise falls within the official acceptable level. James Whitlock is an acoustic consultant with Marshall Day, and it's his job to keep the noise here in check while Auckland's major underground rail system, the City Rail Link, is being built.
This is a noise monitor, so its purpose is to monitor the noise from the Britomart construction site. It's been in place for about 18 months, and it's recording the level of noise all time, 24/7. It has an alert function in there, so if it goes above a certain level, we, back at home base, are alerted of that.
And it's not just the rail line. Above ground, it's all go on the new multi-storey Britomart shopping complex. The project will take about 6 years to complete. But while the noise is temporary, it's still a long time for nearby residents and workers to endure. Audiology Professor Peter Thorne from Auckland University's Medical School says noise isn't just annoying, it can affect our overall health.
It's starting to realise that it has quite multiple effects, and it's a stress. So I think that's a very important thing. It's a stressor which actually can have effects on your hearing, so that's the sort of auditory side of things which we have a lot of information about, but we're also starting to realise that it has a lot more effects on general health, in particular cardiovascular health. It can have impacts on sleep, fatigue, and a number of other conditions that do actually mean that it has more generalised effects on health.
Now we can hear a sort of full orchestra, full range of the construction noises here. What are some of the worst or most annoying sounds that people have problems with from a construction site like this?
So we find that saw cutting, so cutting concrete with a concrete saw is one of the loudest sounds.
Yeah.
Also rock breaking, that sort of percussive dick 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 sound.
Yeah.
A lot of the construction, especially in an area that's already built up, involves a lot of demolition, and so you need to be breaking up concrete and munching it up into small enough parts to cart off site. And so that breaking down of concrete and other, steel and other large materials, that tends to be the loudest sort of activity that we deal with.
I think I've had quite enough of all this noise. Do you know anywhere a bit quieter we can go?
Yeah, we can go to our listening room. It's a calibrated facility at our office, so we can go there now.
Please, let's go.
James Whitlock and his colleagues specialise in noise mitigation for industry, business, schools and homes. Acoustic consultant Sean King is going to show me what different building materials and design make to soundproofing.
They only should be transported to our apartment.
I'm in the Marshall Day Acoustics listening room, and it's a bit of a padded cell in here surrounded by little speakers, and I'm going to have this virtual reality experience where I'm going to be looking in here and I can see an apartment and hear what it might sound like if I've got my stereo up or if my neighbours have got it up. So I'll just give this a try and be transported into this very smart looking Swedish apartment. Okay.
We're going to play the stereo within this apartment you're in at the moment, and you can adjust the volume to what you think is a acceptable level.
Okay, so I'm in my apartment kicking back and playing. Oh,
Yep.
Am I controlling the volume?
You are controlling the volume.
Okay. And is that an acceptable level?
Well, I guess you've got to think about what you'd like to listen to on a Saturday afternoon having a wine.
Oh, having a wine, probably a bit louder.
So now I can, what I'll do, so now what you're listening to is that in the adjacent apartment.
Okay, so it's wines in the apartment next door now.
Yep.
A bit of
and
music.
you're trying to
okay.
relax after a hard day at work. And
Or get the baby to sleep or something.
Yep.
Oh, that's annoying.
So this is what we call a lightweight wall, which is just plasterboard and timber studs.
Mm-hmm.
You could have a concrete wall between you and the neighbour, and I can demonstrate that next.
Okay.
I could barely hear a thing through that concrete wall. And James Whitlock says when it comes to deciding how annoying a noise is, how okay we are with hearing it is much more important than how loud it is.
If you walk outside and it's a busy street or a construction site, then you'll be exposed to a certain amount of noise. But of course, if you choose to go to a nightclub or to a rock concert, you'll be exposed to at least that amount of noise, and usually much more. So noise and sound are things that we deliberately expose ourselves to, and it's only our opinion of the source of that sound as to whether or not we're okay with it.
Mm-hmm. Noise in the modern world. You might think it's getting louder, but apparently it's under control. Perhaps there's just more of it.